You don't get to our age without learning a few hard truths about people. But even now, dating can fool us. Yes, even in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, the heart still wants to believe. And that's exactly why some red flags slip right past us. They're quiet, sneaky, wrapped in charm, flattery, or a sweet voice that says all the right things. But don't be fooled. Today, I want to share the 5 biggest red flags I've seen in senior dating. The ones I wish someone had warned me about sooner. And trust me, once you see them, you won't unsee them. Love bombing. When it feels too good, too fast. Let's start with the tough one. The kind that feels amazing at first. Like you finally met someone who gets you, who says all the right things, who calls you beautiful after a decade of being ignored. But then it speeds up too fast. They want to talk every night. They say they've never felt this before, not even with their ex-spouse. They talk about moving in, traveling together, growing old by your side, and it's only been 2 weeks. Sounds flattering, right? But it's not love, it's love bombing. And it's one of the most manipulative tactics out there. Because here's what really happens. They flood you with affection so quickly that you skip the step of truly getting to know them. And by the time you see their true colors, their temper, their control issues, their emotional unavailability, you're already emotionally hooked. Now, don't get me wrong, fast connections can happen. But real love, it takes time. It deepens slowly. It isn't rushed, and it certainly isn't pressured. If someone is pushing you into a fantasy within days or weeks, it's not because they're madly in love. It's because they want something. Your attention, your trust, sometimes even your money. So the next time someone comes on too strong, too fast, slow it down. Say, let's get to know each other at a pace that feels right. And if they push back, guilt trip you, or make you feel like you're ruining the magic, that is the red flag. Because someone who truly respects you will respect your boundaries too. The mystery man or woman with no past. This one's subtle, but it matters. Have you ever dated someone who seems absolutely lovely, but when you ask about their past, they dodge it? You ask, where did you grow up? And they laugh it off. You ask, what was your last relationship like? And they change the subject. At first, it might seem like they're just private. But let me tell you, when someone has no past or refuses to share it, that's a red flag. Because anyone over 50, over 60, we've lived some life. We've had jobs, families, pain, growth. If someone claims they've just moved on from all that without a single story to tell, it's not just odd, it's suspicious. Sometimes people are hiding something. A bad breakup, a criminal history, a long pattern of failed relationships they don't want to explain. Or sometimes they're not who they say they are at all, especially online. I've heard too many stories and lived a few myself, where someone had a charming profile, great photos, and no trace of a real life behind it. No phone calls, no video chats, no real plans to meet, just text after text, and never a full picture of who they truly are. So here's what I tell friends now. Ask about their past, and don't apologize for it. Ask how long they were married, what they learned from that marriage, what they want now. Ask where they work or worked, where they grew up, who they spend time with now. A good person, an honest person, will want to tell you, because relationships are built on sharing. And if all you get are vague answers, silence, or a perfect little fairy tale with no details, that's not romance. That's a mask. Don't fall for the mystery. Fall for the real. Because if someone has no past, how can you believe in a future with them? They don't respect your time, boundaries, or values. This one can sneak up on you. Let's say you meet someone lovely. You laugh, you talk for hours, they bring you flowers, and then they start making jokes about your routines. They say things like, why do you always go to bed so early? You're too picky about where we eat. You're too sensitive. I was just joking. Sound familiar? It's subtle at first, but over time it starts to feel like they don't really respect you. They don't respect your bedtime, your food preferences, your faith, your boundaries around intimacy, your comfort level with their lifestyle. Maybe they pressure you to drink more than you want. Maybe they show up unannounced. Maybe they make you feel silly for wanting something serious, or make you feel guilty for saying no. Here's the truth. Love should feel safe at any age. If someone consistently pushes past your boundaries, mocks your values, or ignores your time, it's not just rudeness. It's a red flag, because what starts as teasing can turn into control. And what starts as ignoring your needs can turn into full-blown disregard for your emotional safety. You deserve someone who sees your values and honors them. Someone who adjusts when you speak up, who apologizes when they cross a line. Because dating after 60 isn't about changing for someone else. It's about finding someone who respects who you already are. They avoid real-life connection. Here's one that gets more common by the year. You meet someone online. You chat for weeks, maybe months. But every time you try to meet up, they cancel, they reschedule, they have a family emergency. Always something. Or maybe they refuse to do a video call. They say, I don't like the camera, I look awful. Listen carefully. If someone is eager to build a connection with you, but only through a screen, that is not a relationship. That's a performance. And often, it's a scam. I've known smart, kind, generous people who lost thousands of dollars to someone they'd never even met because the connection felt real. The texting, the phone calls, the long messages about love, loyalty, and soulmates. But when push came to meet in person, nothing. Real love shows up. Real people have faces. They may be shy, they may be awkward, but they will want to meet you. If someone avoids that again and again or keeps asking for help, money, sympathy, but never your coffee shop address, that's your signal to walk away. Because what you deserve is real connection, not a fantasy typed out on a screen. Red flags don't always come with flashing lights. Sometimes they whisper. And that's why it's so important, especially in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, to trust your gut, to listen when something feels off, to speak up when your boundaries are crossed. Because real love, healthy love, it never asks you to ignore your instincts. If you found value in this video, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need the reminder. And if you want more honest conversations about dating, aging, and everything in between, subscribe to Elder Words. We talk about the real stuff here, the stuff no one warns you about, and the beauty that comes when you finally choose yourself first.